So here's an interesting little video for you. This one, yeah, see what's in front of me here are 54p, 55p, and 255D rolls of coins. Now, obviously, these are wheat rolls. The paper that's around them is the curious part. And this is going to be a really good learning video for anybody who likes to buy wrapped rolls of coins. So, what's interesting about these rolls of coins is not the fact that they're wheat rolls of coins, and because, you can find wheat rolls of coins, but obviously this particular paper wasn't introduced until the 80s, 90s, so on and so forth. These particular rolls, as you can tell, these wrappers are incredibly clean. And as a result, these weren't wrapped all that long ago. The other really interesting part is these are Batdorf wrappers. Now, if you don't know what a Batdorf wrapper is, a Batdorf wrapper is recognized by this unique V cut to the wrapper that you see. And that particular type of a wrapper is not something that you can go to Walmart or Home Depot or any place like that. If you want to call it, like, I guess, someplace like Hobby Lobby, for example. I don't think Home Depot would sell wrappers, but nonetheless, you kind of get the gist of what I'm talking about, because these particular wrappers that are around these coins had to have been wrapped in an actual physical wrapping machine. And not just any wrapping machine, these had to have been a Batdorf wrapping machine. Now, last I checked, Batdorf wrapping machines really aren't available to the general public. It's a pretty big machine. It requires a large amount of coinage to go through it. And this particular type of a wrapper actually comes on a large round roll that is fed into the machine and around the coins when it goes to wrap them. So these could not have been a personal wrapped roll of coins. Now, as you can tell, the coins on the end are actually quite nice and quite shiny, which is intriguing all in of itself. But what's most intriguing is the fact that they're Batdorf wrapped. They're really, really tight. You can't move them, you can't bend them. They've got really nice tight ends to them. The coins aren't loose, they don't roll around, and there is no way to fake this type of a wrapper. That's what's most intriguing to me because, like I said, not everybody has the ability to get a hold of a Batdorf wrapping machine. So I think we should open these and take a look at these coins because I'd like to know where they came from. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open one of these rolls of coins. The first one we're going to open is the oldest one, the 1954 Philadelphia Mint roll, as you can see right here. Now, 54 Philadelphia Mint rolls are not a real common roll of coins in nice condition. And I will be the first to say that this one end coin right here is incredibly nice. So I'm hopeful that the rest of the coins in this roll will be equally as nice. This one here is a little spotted up, I guess, with like a fingerprint on it. But let's take a look and see what we find. Now, again, like I mentioned, Batdorf wrapped rolls are unfakeable. I have never been able to figure out how anybody could fake a Batdorf wrapped roll, which is one of the reasons to purchase them. One of the other reasons is, the Batdorf wrapper itself is not really a very large wrapper. It is actually a very, very short wrapper. So you can see here, it literally is maybe only about 4 to 5 inches in length overall. A normal regular paper wrapper is usually somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 to 8 inches long. And that's a big difference. So we've opened them. You can see that the coins inside all look to be uncirculated, BU, if you want to call it such. go ahead and move them off of that paper, and we're going to take a peek at this roll. I'm going to see if I can find my glasses. That might actually help. We're going to see what we find. Okay, so right off the bat, yeah, there are a few coins in here that, as you can tell, are a little bit spotted and mottled. 1954 was a year that didn't have really very good quality coins. They overused the dies. They had a planchet wash that they used that tended to model up the coins, like what you're seeing on this one right here, if you can actually see that. And I'll try my best. But you can actually see the spotting on that one. And most of the coins in this look to be exactly that. Now, they are all 1954, so I will give whoever wrapped these credit that they are 1954 coins, but they're not in the right wrapper. There's no doubt. This is definitely not a bank wrapped roll. Yeah, this is a pretty deteriorated die. It's got the ridge ring up around the top through the motto "In God We Trust." And yeah, there you can get a chance to see what I'm talking about in terms of the modeling on them and stuff like that. And it was unfortunate. Not too many people run across 1954 Lincoln cents. I've been fortunate to actually have a couple of really nice rolls, and as you can see here, there's a 67 red that I own. I actually own four of them. Here's two of the four that I have, which are incredibly nice coins, and as a result, you don't run across 1954 coins that are usually in a very nice shape. So we now know kind of what those coins are like, and I'm just going to kind of push those off to the side. We're going to open one of these other ones, and I'm going to open the 55D. Now, everybody would say, well, why not open the 55P? Because maybe you'll find a double die in there. Well, I'll tell you right now, the chances of that happening are almost zero. Now, why not? Let's just go ahead and open it. We'll take a look. Now, 55P, 55 Philadelphia, is also very well known, kind of like 54, for having overused dies, die deterioration, and that same kind of modeling. Now, here's what's interesting. You look at this, and if you look real close, you're going to see this one coin right in here, which is actually a circulated coin. It is not uncirculated. So this is a put together roll. Yeah, that is a circulated coin. It's dark. It's got a little bit of toning to it, but it is definitely a circulated coin and not uncirculated like the rest of the roll we've got here. So let's take a look at these coins, and I'm willing to bet I'm going to find about exactly the same thing as the 1954, and indeed, I did. I find exactly the same thing. They're a little bit cleaner than the 54s, but for the most part, these are about exactly the same. Now, this one's a little different. It does actually have, and it's kind of hard to see, but it actually has a little bit of improper alloy mix in it, which gives it almost a woody kind of a look to it. Again, like I said, it is hard to see, so I don't think that even if I get it up there to try and get it's hard to get the camera to focus on it, but you kind of get the idea as to what I'm talking about. There are a couple of decent looking coins in here. Here's a nice 55 that's got a little bit of nice toning to it, that's got a nice look to it, but probably when I flip it over, oh no, it actually has a pretty decent look to the back of it. It's still not a grade worthy coin, but it is definitely a nice coin nonetheless. Yeah, you can also tell that when I hold these coins, I'm not using gloves, so the reason why is I actually know how to hold these coins, and I know not to touch them on their obverse or their reverse, and I always hold coins by the rim and the outer edge. So I'm going to push those 55s over here. There's a 54. We'll make sure that stays out of the way, and we'll open one more of these, which is a 55 Denver Mint one, and we'll see. Now, the 55 Denver Mint ones actually tended to be kind of nice coins, and remember, none of these coins have been searched for varieties or errors that I'm aware of. Doesn't necessarily mean that they haven't been searched, because obviously these are not original wrapped rolls. Yeah, so those look pretty nice. those are a pretty decent looking coin. I will say that 55 Denver, there's a couple of iffy ones in here, but they tend to be relatively nice coins overall. So I will search those. There is a really nice double die that is a sought after variety for the 55D. And so we'll search this one and this roll here for that. But now you've got an opportunity to actually see that these are not wrappers that you should be buying around wheat cents, period. If you see a white wrapper with red ends, it does not belong around wheat roll coins because these wrappers were not actually invented and used like this up until the 80s and 90s, and obviously have carried on into the 2000s as well. So there is a relatively quick 11 minutes learning video for you about making sure that you understand that there are definitely time periods to the wrappers around BU rolls of coins, or any coin for that matter, whether it's BU or circulated. I have seen numerous ones that are actually in circulated condition in rolls that people are claiming are original, bank wrapped rolls of coins that don't have the right wrapper around them. So it's imperative. I apologize for all of the extra noise. My microphone that I use is actually table based and not floating. So as a result, you get some of my movement on the video as well. So I apologize for that. But note to self, I'll maybe elevate my microphone for videos like that. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you've learned something. If you have, please do me a favor, hit the like button. Also remember to subscribe if you would please. That would definitely help. And shoot me any questions that you might have. I'm happy to answer whatever questions. You can also find me on Facebook for a couple of different coin pages. I will leave a link to my Facebook coin page down below so you can find that particular coin page. And have a good day, and hopefully happy coin roll hunting.